Every town in America has an urban legend people talk about, but nobody dares to investigate. In this city, there was a mysterious place called the Shadow Market, a hidden market that only appeared after 2 a.m. People said you could buy anything there: success, fame, talent, even power. But nothing was paid for with money. The price was always something far more valuable. Ethan was a struggling photographer trying to make a name for himself online. He spent every day taking street photos, hoping one day people would finally notice his work, but nobody cared. One night, while checking pictures on his camera, he discovered a strange photo he never remembered taking. It showed an old alley hidden between dark buildings, and at the end of it was a glowing sign that read, "Shadow Market, open only after 2 a.m. Curious and unable to stop thinking about it, Ethan searched for the place the following night. Somehow, exactly at 2 a.m., he found the alley. The market looked unreal. Old clocks ticked backward. Dusty shelves were filled with glowing bottles, and every person walking through the market looked strangely emotionless. An old man approached Ethan and calmly explained that the market could give people anything they desired, but every purchase required a memory in return. Ethan laughed at first, thinking it was a joke, until the old man handed him a glowing bottle and told him to open it. The moment Ethan removed the cap, a childhood memory flashed through his mind. His mother smiling beside his birthday cake, and then instantly disappeared forever. Ethan could no longer remember the moment at all. The old man simply smiled and whispered, "Transaction complete." Terrified, Ethan ran home, convinced he had imagined everything. But the next morning, one of his street photos exploded online overnight. Within days, his work became famous across social media. Major brands offered him sponsorship deals, podcasts wanted interviews, and millions of people started following him. Ethan finally had the success he always dreamed of. But with every passing day, another memory vanished from his mind. First, he forgot parts of his childhood, then school memories, then even the faces of old friends. Every night, a new glowing bottle mysteriously appeared in his apartment, and every time he opened one, another memory disappeared, while his fame grew even bigger. Soon, Ethan became one of the most recognized photographers in the Chicago, but the success came at a horrifying cost. One evening, an older woman stopped him in the street and hugged him while crying. Ethan stared at her in confusion and quietly asked if they knew each other. The woman was his mother, but he could not recognize her anymore. Realizing how much he had lost, Ethan rushed back to the Shadow Market and demanded his memories back. The old man looked at him calmly and reminded him that every memory had been given willingly. Ethan screamed that he no longer cared about fame, but the old man warned him that it was too late, because only one memory remained. memory he still had left. The old man slowly lifted an old mirror in front of him. Ethan looked into it and froze. There was no reflection staring back at him. No face. No identity. In that moment, he realized he could not even remember his own name. Every memory he had ever owned was gone. Suddenly, the lights inside the Shadow Market shut off, and everything disappeared into darkness. The next morning, police officers found an old camera abandoned near an empty highway outside the city. Inside the camera was only one photograph. A man standing in complete darkness with his face entirely blurred. At the bottom of the picture, 3 chilling words were written. Transaction complete.